This kid right here had a meltdown, and we are going to goof on him relentlessly. This is white knight to the bone.
No.
This is just hysterical stuff. He deserves to be ruthlessly mocked. This is performative trash. And again, I think this is like I don't like covering this stuff, as you guys know, and I avoid it. But I think when kids fuck it up, and this one's fucked, and they turn serious stuff into performative nonsense, they deserve to be mocked relentlessly. So here we go. This is Max GG's, who is another person.
Is this guy like a big streamer or something?
I don't even know. I don't care, but he's funny. Here we go.
All right, chat. I'm gonna get something over with now that has been, it's very important to me.
What is it?
And so I have a little thing that I'm gonna read.
Why do all British
but,
YouTubers look
if you're not into themes,
it's literally it's Queeman.
Yeah, no. It looks
Well,
like
it's also lyrics. Like, it's
Lyrics.
just this is what the Zoomers look like nowadays.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
long hair. I mean, like, that's it, really, isn't it?
long
Yeah,
hair
throw
and
them in the same
stupid.
lab, bro.
I would like to start off by saying that what I'm about to tell to you it might seem like
Are we getting a trigger warning because nobody's a fucking adult?
using it to try and clear my name of something that was said today.
Ooh.
And it is absolutely not the case. And I asked Katie if she thought that this was okay to say. I have complete permission from Katie to speak about this. And
Oh.
yeah, this
Gotta
is
cross your T's and dot your I's. Somebody might tweet at you.
something that's very important to me,
I'm
and
sure.
someone that's very important to me.
And that's the thing. Here's the performative. This is very important to me. So excuse my
Okay, buddy.
acting like a complete melodramatic idiot going forward.
So I want to speak about it. Also, I would appreciate, and I'm sorry for all the Twitter Andes in the chat, but I would appreciate if people did not go and quote my stream. And
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're a public person. You're making yourself an idiot. You have every right to do that. Every right in the world. Because nothing you're about to say is mildly important or should be taken seriously.
I would rather, if you're gonna start discourse about what I'm about to say, which please don't.
Can you imagine making a public statement to all these fucking people and then demanding that they don't have discourse around? Fuck you, Nazi.
yes.
I'll do what I want. How about that? You know.
This is a fact. What I'm about to tell you is a fact.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
This is not something that you can create an argument out of.
Oh, that's it. I don't want to be criticized. This is a fact, and it is unchallengeable. Unchallengeable. Like the sky is blue.
At the end of George Not Found's
Would it
apology,
be funny if this is like a tipster thing and this kid doesn't know any of these people and he just injected himself to it? That would be
That would be
great.
Bro, I
Would
just
be
want to
fun.
say, like, I would choose to rather like die
Yeah.
if I had to do something called an apology stream. Like, that just
Yeah,
sounds
no
so
kidding.
fucking
I
sad.
know.
stream, he essentially tried to allude to the fact that me and, well, he didn't mention me, but he mentioned Katie's British friends, and other people have mentioned Katie's British friends, and I mean, I kind of,
Speaking of British friends, this is not, hey Chad, this is remind you of the whole I Am Alex crew. That's what it sounds like. They're just 5 years younger, 6, 7 years younger.
I'm in Katie's British friend group, so I feel like it's necessary for me to mention.
And he wears his mother's pearls. Do you see that? I just saw that now. Unbelievable.
We made
God,
it
you're
out
right.
like we were trying to change the situation in Katie's mind because we have our own distastes for George Not Found, Dream, and their friend group. And this is the most, like, fucking categorically false thing.
I bet he's not going to tell you why it's categorically false or even show any evidence. So that's a fact. This is uncriticizable stuff. The fact that he's saying it's categorically wrong, that it is beyond reproach because it's a fact, because what? You said so? Trust me, bro? You and D-Max ought to go bowling.
Apart from the fact that I don't, and we don't spend our times off of stream discussing each other's fucking trauma.
I know that's not true. I've been doing it too long. Everybody does that.
Do we not sit there and speak about fucking friends abusers and like, oh my god, let's try and like poison our friend's mind to get back at someone that we don't like?
By the way,
You guys are very
This-
clear.
Go ahead.
This feels like, you know, when like someone's accused of something and they deny it. I don't know if this is big enough that they need to respond to this, but this person and others have all responded to this point of, oh, we filled our friend's head with poison and said, no, I've not done that. It's almost like, you see what I'm saying? It's like they're denying it, and it's like, well, you're kind of, to me, it's an admission and you're denying.
I think it's
it.
an attempt to poison the well.
Yeah, they're mentioning it, even though, like, you're right, like 1-2% of the people will get it, but that kind of scares them into like blowing up. Like, what if that 2% becomes 20 the next day?
Yes.
Or it's
You
true.
know?
Or it's true and they did poison the well. That's another thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the kind of thing that's going through my head, because it's like, if this is such a small point that like 1 or 2% of people, like, if today Chud and me believe it, or like that's what's going through our head, they're scared like, oh shit, tomorrow what if it gets mainstream? Like, what if it becomes like what if that starts trending and then they're fucked? You know, it's like, why even bring it up?
Too funny.
Clear on the fact that me and my friends, we do not like the Dream Team, but it is for real fucking reasons.
Real reasons, yeah.
Okay, and we do not, never ever have we used malice or anything else to try and taint their image. We only.
Yes, you did. You did, and I can prove that. You took a tickle where a girl actually went to a party, got tickled, felt bad about it months later, and made it, and you turned that into actual sexual assault. So that in itself is malice. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I think you come up with that. Sure. That is malice. Your entire act pretending that this is something akin or adjacent to sexual assault. Thank you, Keffels, for that wonderful word. That is the malice right there. Because on the accusation on its surface doesn't add up to something that's even close to criminal. It doesn't. So there is the malice right there.
We speak about things that have happened, and we have never, ever used Katie as some sort of way to funnel hate towards the Dream Team.
I bet you did.
As many of you may know, I went on holiday with Katie Bugs and some other friends. You guys all the time will see this picture of me and my friends. We went to Cornwall, which is a little seaside place in the UK, and it was just a holiday, right? Throughout this holiday, we had quite a few days of like partying with each other, drinking, having fun. It was just like we were just teenagers on our first holiday.
You couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle it. You couldn't get through the week with an allegation.
If you are active in my community, will remember a time when me and Katie did a story time stream where we spoke about this time when Katie got really drunk, and we rushed her 2 hours to the hospital just for the doctor to take her blood test and tell her that she was drunk.
And he tells a story about getting drunk, like being irresponsible. It's too funny.
As you can remember, this time we've spent our nights drinking and stuff. It was just a time between friends.
Raise the alcohol fucking rate in England to 25. There you go.
And wait, no, hang on a sec. You realise this happened in America, right?
Oh, this happened in the States? Oh, so they're underage?
Yes.
They're breaking the law.
The one was 18, yeah.
Yeah, you can't drink till you're 21 in every state. That's every single state.
But then what these people that are making the allegations will say is, you know, oh, well, you know, she was 18, she was drinking, and that they add that to the you took advantage of her.
Right? even if you're drinking as you're 18, you don't give up all your agency. You gave your agency when you're like asleep on a couch and some guy closes the fucking door behind you and rapes you. That's when you've given up your agency. Not when you keep ordering drinks, continue to go to parties after it's been suggested. You haven't, and don't really put up much of a fight when you're tickled. None of that. This is all. Within her range of responsibility. All of it.
The only argument that I could give to that, the only like fucking devil's advocate is like, if these people are young, they probably don't know how much alcohol gets them to the point, you know?
Sure. And you know what, that may have been a better avenue to go. The fact that this guy's George not found. He's what, 24 years old, 25 years old, something like that. That may be their responsibility under American law. Absolutely. But still.
I mean, like, it's like with a party, it's like, well, I don't let anybody 21 or under just come just because like, it's under the age of drinking and booze is there. And also, I mean, the real reason is like, bro, I just don't want to be barred from entry in the US anymore if I get the fucking cops.
There you go. No,
but
they will.
I think it totally is the responsibility. Like, if you're 25, like, bro, if you see somebody who's newly drinking, give them like if they're 21, of course, even if they're 21, it's like you start them off drinking something light. You shouldn't like be passing shots onto them. Like, shots sneak up on anybody quickly. You know?
Well, I gotta be honest with you. I'm especially at my age. Anybody's below 21, get out of here. goodbye, have a nice day. I mean, that's just the way I play it. I mean, but you know, when you get college age, you know, and kids between the ages of 18 and 21 hang out with each other because they're going to school together, that's where these problems tend to arise.
Yeah, well, the alcohol point in terms of not knowing your limits is, you know, this friend that she was staying with left the room being sick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like they had too much alcohol and being sick, so clearly they, you know, didn't know what the fuck they were doing with the alcohol. So.
And keep in mind, I'm not preaching so much on the alcohol thing. I mean, like a lot of this is like look, that's the time to make mistakes. I think the age limit is 21 in the States because they pretty much know you're gonna drink before that. Nobody goes to jail for getting caught for underage drinking. Nobody gets in any kind of real trouble or anything. But those are the times to make those mistakes. It's like Destiny says, you know, you ought to take this as a teachable moment and what have you. But
yeah,
no,
but the sad thing, we don't even live in that time anymore. You know, like we could make mistakes, but now it's like, dude, with the world and like the communities that exist now, it's like you have to be super duper careful on like anything you do now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it doesn't even pay to be a rock star, you know?
Oh, dude.
Like
you gotta pay your taxes now and shit, bro. It's fucking sad.
Yeah, no more 14-year-old groupies. I mean, that part's probably good, right? But like,
no, that's good. I don't have a problem with that. Let me be clear.
No, sure, but I think that like that recent culture is a response to that. It's like, yeah, we don't want 14-year-olds having sex with fucking rock stars. It's crazy. Yeah. But there's been this overcorrection now to everything is rape, everything is assault, which is too far, and there needs to be a better middle ground, right?
And it's also ruining, either you're ruining your own life, you're ruining other people's lives unnecessarily. You're missing at the best. You're missing at the best part of life. And I saw this in the army to some extent. It's not this extreme. There was a bunch of soldiers, female soldiers, that couldn't handle sex, and they were constantly going to court and under UCMJ, and the cases were constantly being thrown out. And one thing that they all had in common is they had a feminist soldier around them telling them this is the thing to do. I just woke up drunk and there's a guy sleeping in the room next to me. Did you have sex with him? Did he rape you? I don't know. I was too drunk. Well, take him to court. There's nobody to sit there to take him to court. Call the police, call the MPs, right? And of course it goes to court. They can't testify to anything and it gets thrown out and only throws this guy's career upside down, even though nobody knows what happened. And it used to be that when nobody knew what happened, nothing happened. You're an adult. But now we're having this stage with young people is, yes, you're an adult, but you're not.
Bro, let's move age of consent to like 80. Like that's safe, bro. Like, by that point, you're old enough.
Well, that's the thing that's ruining it. I mean, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if age of consent gets raised to ridiculous levels, 20s, 30s, who knows? 30s probably not. And I think that's ridiculous because like as a kid that became an adult, I wanted more responsibility, not less. You know, and I think there's a lot of people, a lot of evil people in politics in Washington, in London, that would love you to give up more of your rights. They would love it. You're just handing it over to authorities. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, nobody's anti-authority anymore? I mean, God, a bunch of Nazis were raising.
Something happened that day. Not the day that Katie got really drunk, but one of those days. The stream... No, not the stream. The situation with Katie where George Not Found sexually abused her was
tickle
it was a very fresh thing, and it was only a few weeks prior to when we had gone on holiday. Katie had gone to VidCon and then came to the UK, and sorry, this is I just feel like
it's too
this
hard.
is so
I
wrong
know.
to be
You
like,
were molested too.
Katie got really drunk, and I saw her really sad in the corner of this fucking bus that we were staying in. And Katie is a very lively drunk person whenever she's drunk, usually.
Notice he is not giving any agency to this girl. Any age. He's drunk, she's drunk, she's drunk, she's drunk. Like, yeah, you got drunk with a bunch of fucking men.
Dude, I think he's more of a misogynist than Chud. She's like, bro, it's not her fault. It's not even that she's retarded. She
needs an escort. She needs an escort. She needs, you remember Justin TV became Twitch? That's what she needs. She needs a camera on her head, like Justin TV had a camera in his head. And so her parents can watch her. Or maybe the government.
She's very cheery and she loves her friends. And so when I saw her down, I knew it was for a reason. I walked over to her and I comforted her and I said, Katie, like, what's wrong? Why are you sad? I don't, you know, we're with all our friends. What's the matter? And something bitch. I'd never really spoken about this is that Katie, as I hugged Katie like through tears, like tried to cough up that George Not Found had assaulted her, and and I never wanted to bring it up to her because I could see how sensitive it was, and I knew she told it to me while she was under the influence. But it's just wrong. It's fucking wrong.
Here we go.
That they're trying to use their platform to make this narrative like Katie's mind changed. Somebody changed Katie's mind after the fucking assault to make them look bad. I was there 3 weeks after Katie was assaulted by George Not Found, 4 fucking weeks or whatever, and she cried in my fucking.
She did change her mind, you jerk off, because nothing fucking happened to her. Nothing happened to her.
Wait a minute. So he fucking notices this has gone on, but why was he so quiet up until now?
Because now's the time to hit the gold.
But this is he's like, so 5 minutes before we got to this point, he was like, I'm this nice guy. I was there consoling and comforting her. I was like one of the best dudes. I'm not like the other dudes out there. And then now it's like, oh shit, I kind of put this in my back pocket until it became convenient. What a fucking like, dog. So fucking disgusting.
It is disgusting because it's performative nonsense. You're faking it. How about that? You're faking it.
Arms. This 19-year-old girl, 18-year-old girl.
She cried in her arms. She cried in her arms. You're faking it.
Cried in my fucking arms because of what you did, George Not Found. I'm serious. I'm fucking serious.
This is so obvious.
Why did you say anything about it?
I'm more convinced by his reaction. The overacting, the performative. This is for money. This is for money. This is for free agent fans.
You fucking, George Not Found. I was fucking there. I was on ground fucking zero. Why didn't you say anything?
Something.
What the fuck?
No, because
the other thing as well though is like he's got this big performance about it, saying that he knew, and even if he didn't say anything publicly, we know what it's like. People talk. You tell one person, they tell 2 people, they tell 4 people, right, or whatever. Yeah. So the fact that this is all new information, and I don't think anyone knew this had happened, means that to me, no, this didn't happen, because otherwise it would have spread before. And in fact, just a very quick thing, there was a drama that happened in about August time, 2 months after the alleged assault, where a guy tried to call Dream out for having 18-year-olds in his room, and it was about this night, and it didn't come up then. Nothing came out about it. Dream asked all around, and none of this about this apparent assault came out then. So why did it not come up then, right?
Rape wars.
See what I mean?
I think this has financial motives. This is rape wars, just like what Matt said. You say it yourself. It makes so little sense that it probably has a motive behind. That's how little sense it has. And let's keep in mind, the only way it doesn't make sense is just the reason these guys are doing it now is because it's safe. They're probably afraid of the Dream Crew. Do we have the clout capital, so to speak, to challenge him? But now they feel like they have the clout capital, so they can do this performative nonsense.
No one had changed their mind. No one.
In this call.
What?
You know me, I'm Indian, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
Bro, wherever I go, the racism follows. Jesus Christ.
This was a
Tommy,
fucking
you
horrible
ever get
thing.
the clip of Dream crying that you asked for?
Yeah. Like I want to watch this kid wig out.
I just want to make sure you had it.
I don't have it yet, but I will.
To have happened to her, and to try.
Fucking take a look at that face. Try. I can't. Your voice cracks at that age. I can't take you seriously.
And use me, my friends, or anybody.
Boy, where's the facts in all this? Weren't we told at the start of this there's a fact? There's an indisputable fact here. All it is denial. Denial that you set the whole thing up, which actually makes more sense.
Else as a scapegoat for your fucking sexual abuse is disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
Did he say that? He apologized. So you're talking about the fans. I see. Oh, you're trying to make it not cool to criticize you. Oh, I get it. Because if you criticize you or pulling a Mama Mac, then you're for you're pro rape.
My friend cried in my fucking arms about this, and you're on stream.
Your friend's a bimbo, and you're a moron. How about that?
Denying it all, denying the fucking hurt that you caused to her. You are disgusting fucking people. You and all of your abusive friends. You are all fucking horrible. Seriously, you are so wrong. You're trying to displace this fucking.
They're horrible. But what about you? You shut the fuck up
if
about
it. If I did this, my father would have busted in. You shut the fuck up! Your mother's trying to sleep. I'm praying that happens in this.
So onto anyone but yourselves. You are a 26-year-old man, 27 now, trying
to see a video of that guy crying about the San Jose Sharks getting eliminated from the playoffs. That's what it reminds me of. I'm waiting for Dad to come in.
Fucking put the blame on 18-year-olds that you don't fucking know. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The fucking Punisher now.
Yeah,
bro, you should have talked about this shit along, like Chud, you said, like people talk, right? Like obviously these people are terminally on the internet. You think if this had happened the way that he's describing it, what is he going to shut the fuck up completely about it? Never mention it to somebody else?
He said no. He answered that. He answered that. Mundo, we don't talk about stuff like this when we're together. That's what he said. Which you and me don't. Yeah, exactly. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Any influencer knows that's a hunk of horse shit. Everybody's always fucking talking. It's a goddamn sewing circle around here, and it's probably even worse with you kids.
Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? You a serious.
I'd like to kick this kid's ass. I mean, I really would. I just like.
Can I just say something?
I can't wait for the allegations against him to come out like tomorrow.
Dude, can I say one thing? Like, I feel like Mama Max put like a hex on this community when he went down. Okay, because he announced he's making a Silencing All Survivors documentary, and then we just had the string of worst sex crimes I've ever seen come running through my Twitter feed. Bro, he can get some great clips out of this, can't he?
I'm sure he could. Absolutely.
There's a lot of funny shit that we've said that he's gonna put in that documentary. Here's the thing: none
of these are actually fucking akin to anything he made.
Oh yeah, this girl was not sexually assaulted. Make sure you put that in your documentary.
Not in every stratosphere, not in every country.
People on Twitter are like, guys, I'm not to victim blame, but I'm like, actually, you're actually not victim blaming. No one was raped here.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Yeah, no one was raped here. No one was assaulted here. There was an uncomfortable moment at best, and we don't even know if that's true. That's the.
She said, "I'm dirty in a way that I can't wash off." Why? Because someone rubbed your tummy?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
That's an embarrassment to rape victims.
Yeah, no, it's a joke. That's what always gets me interested in this stuff.
Serious criminal, and a girl cried in my arms because of what you did. Weeks later,
it's criminal. Why didn't you call the cops?
Where's that penal code?
Was it too embarrassing to call the cops over a girl's belly getting tickled because you knew it wouldn't go anywhere? Or are you gonna pull the?
No, dude, it's section 25C of the fucking Tickling Act, bro.
We're not in Canada. We don't have those.
Weeks, and it is difficult to come up and speak about trauma. How fucking dare you?
After people like you, absolutely. 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 You're doing more damage than any misogynist could ever do.
You shut her down. I'd also, I haven't read this, but I'd like to, I'm sorry.
And by this whole thing started off, I have a fact to present that is indisputable. That's how this conversation started.
This guy needs to be careful because he's in a rape war right now.
No,
if he's had any sort of uncomfortable situation with a girl, he's fucked, bro.
Unbelievable they scored. Unbelievable.
Bro, that is why I'm saying I cannot wait for the allegations against this kid to come out, no matter what they may be, because holy shit.
Does he not know he's in a rape war right now?
Somebody needs to make a shot-for-shot remake of this video, but describing his allegations when they come out.
Just a quick note on that. This is feeding into my schizo conspiracy theory, but basically he is part of a group called, I'm calling them the Brighton Bastards, okay? And it's this community of little fucking Minecrafters, little retarded soys. And there was someone within that community that had an allegation against them, and it was complete bullshit nonsense. It was like, oh, he kissed me and I didn't like it, right? But by their own logic, they should have fucking boosted this and called this out, but because it was about someone that they were associated with, it seemed like they just ignored it. So it does seem like there is some hypocrisy in how they're engaging with these.
And now it's
someone from their side,
and
that, sure. And it's like, you know, if it's against them or against someone they know, they're going to try and just ignore it if they can. But if it's like the other direction, they're going to put their full fucking force behind it. Right?
Dude, if the fucking dream team is the Ghislaine Epstein conspiracy of Minecraft YouTube, these guys are all guilty.
Yeah,
dude, it's funny. The longer you stay here and keep doing YouTube, the more you start to loop and do this stuff again. I feel like some days I'm living a rerun because this is literally like the Slazo stuff. Like Chud's talking about his schizo conspiracy. It's literally Hyojin's friend group from fucking 2019. I don't know, like they're different people, but it's like Blues Dank, Dolan Dark, King Ani. It's like this whole arc is happening again. Now it's just a different group of British people.
So these guys are all in Brighton. I have good news. They are seconds away from being eliminated from the Europa League. So there you go. Screw you, gay boys. Seconds away from being eliminated. Good. You deserve it. Oh, I bet they don't like. I don't know. I bet they don't like football.
I'd like to read what Scott Post just tweeted, as Scott Post was the first person that I know of.
By the way, pause 1 second. This is why we didn't let another British person back into this community for like 5 years. Okay, we didn't accept a single one of you, Chud. You got to admit, these guys are.
They're not as bad as the whole Marriott, I Am Alex fucking crew. They're on crack.
Give them some time. We don't know how bad they actually are yet. They're still active. Okay, we don't know how they end. But my point is, it's literally that. Like all these British people are just either sexual deviants or
I'll never forget
degenerates.
I'll never forget when I was questioning, who was the guy that fucking gave us that snitched on everybody and then dipped out?
iNabber?
iNabber, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I'm being in a call with my iNabber before this stuff with Lazo came out. There was something just a week prior, and I can't remember what it was, where I was talking to iNabber and Alex, right?
Okay, buddy.
And it was, you know what it was? It was James Charles. This is before we found out James Charles was fucking completely out of control. It was just like he got set up, and then another YouTuber took advantage of it. The female YouTuber that took advantage of the whole situation. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sitting there telling
Vitamin
him,
girl.
I'm basically telling him, I'm explaining to iNabber how sex works. Okay. And there's no victim here. And he's like, perhaps this is cultural. We just treat women better here in the UK. That's
women,
it
wasn't women, it was men. It was men.
Men treat victims or women or something. Yeah, it was men. Yeah,
it had to be victims because it was.
It was women. No, it was women. It was women
James,
because
James, you used your power and influence to convince him he was gay, James. I didn't know that's how being gay worked. I remember that. That was crazy.
It wasn't women because I made a comparison. Like, this is how dating works. And then he told me, he looked me right in the eyes, like, you don't understand. In the UK, we treat women better than you. That was his explanation.
Because those kind of people always look like they're the fucking key dating dudes, right? Yeah, obviously.
I mean, honestly, that dude should speak for himself because I do not treat women well at all.